Welcome back to a very hastily put together Clifton Cameras video. I arrived at my desk this morning to find proudly perched upon it the brand new Sigma 28 to 45mm f1.8 DG-DN art lens, the first constant aperture lens of this focal range in the world, or at least it is at the time of recording. You know how competitive these companies are. So, how long do I have it for, I asked. Today. So I bring it back in tomorrow morning? No, today. Well, I guess I best get out and do something with it now then, I suppose. Yes, I guess you should. Well, at least it's pouring down with rain. Sounds like a you problem. So, it is what it is. I'm going to head over to Gloucester now, and I'm going to see what I can get done with this. Let's do this! As I bitterly make my way to Gloucester, let's go over a few key specs. The lens is available in both E and L mount, with the L mount version that I'm using today weighing in at 960 grams and measuring just 87.8 by 151.4mm. The lens features an inner zoom and focusing mechanism and offers near silent operation, making it a great choice for videographers. The lens is made up of 18 elements in 15 groups, with 5 SLD elements and 3 aspherical elements, and has Sigma's nanoporous coating and super multi-layer coating to reduce flare and ghosting. Lastly, we have a high-response linear actuator for fast and precise autofocusing, an aperture ring, and 2 customizable AFL buttons that can be easily reached in either horizontal or vertical shooting positions. And now, on with the show, well, the review. Right, so I've made it to Gloucester Cathedral, and I'm very happy to say that all the scaffolding has been taken down. Last time I came here, there was scaffolding all over the place. I guess they were doing work, which is fantastic that it's done. It's looking amazing. I'm going to spend a bit of time outside getting shots of the exterior, test out the wide angle of this lens for those architecture shots and see what I can get, and then we'll go inside and see what else we can get. This should be fun. I'm quite looking forward to this now, despite the lack of time. Oh, Sigma. Of course, we got the aperture ring, which I'm dialing in right now. Let's get to f8 to see what we can play with. Zoom in a little, like that archway we've got there, very Hogwarts. Let's do a bit of a vertical shot. Not quite wide enough for me to get this in. I can't get much further back, unfortunately, but we got some decent lines. Let's get this going. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to head into the cathedral now. I've got to pay to get in. Don't worry, I can claim it back on expenses. So everything's good, everything's good. Let's see what we can get inside. So I was wrong about the scaffolding, but it's not all on the outside, so at least I was able to get stuff out there, but they've got a lot going on in here, unfortunately. But let's get some shots of the garden. Always nice to get a lock shot. It's also worth pointing out that this is the L mount version that I have with me today, and I've got it mounted on the Leica SL2. So we've got a great camera for this. We're going to get some great resolution, some great shots. Let's have a go on this. Something that I can say right away is that f1.8 aperture is incredibly useful in here today. That extra low light capability is really helping me out. And in fact, I've just seen something. I'm going to try and get some macro shots, so let's see what we can do. Get that great bokeh as well, that depth of field. Very nice. Yeah, so as I was saying, that f1.8 aperture is incredibly useful in here. Very low light, but I'm able to still get some great shots. And that 30cm minimum focusing distance is proving very useful for getting up close to subjects, as well as having the wide angle and be able to get the architecture stuff. So let's pop upstairs now and see what we can see. We're going up some spooky stairs. Oh dear, oh dear. And creepy stairs. Something else that's really useful is the internal zoom and internal focusing mechanism, so you're not messing with the balance of the lens. That's making my life a lot easier as well. Speaking of the focusing, it is worth pointing out how easy it was to manually focus with the lens. Using the picture-in-picture function of the SL2 allowed me to easily dial in the focus for razor-sharp images. Do you know what? I think now might actually be a good as time as any to test out the focus breathing. So if I focus on the cup in front of me, and then we'll focus on that behind, try and do that a bit smoother. So yeah, I'll focus on that plate in the background, and then we would have been better with a tripod really. Indeed, it was easier to demonstrate with a tripod, as you can see in these exciting images. You can clearly see me shifting from the keyboard at the front of the screen through to the monitor in the distance. A fantastic lens for videographers and those of you wishing to achieve cinematic shots of office environments. I was fast reaching the end of my time at the Cathedral and captured a few more images on my way out. Architecture, natural perspective, and some up-close macro work to truly highlight some of the capabilities of the lens. Now it was time to once again face the cold light of day and move on to the next location. Feels incredibly bright out here now. So I've been in there for quite a while. I'm running out of time. But one thing that I was doing in there, which is a bit of a rookie mistake, well, it was partly a rookie mistake and just the fact that it was a very low light situation. I was pretty much shooting everything at f1.8. But you've got to when you've got a lens like this, right? Especially for this length of time. I'm going to be heading back to the car now, and I'm going to be passing the docks again. And the weather's cleared up a little bit, although it's windy, it's not raining anymore. So I'm going to see if I can get some shots and see what it's like at a bit of a smaller aperture and see how it performs that way. Of course, you've got to get some of the warehouse. What's arty about it? I don't know. Let's get a few things in focus. Why not? Let's live. Let's live a little. Here on the docks, found ourselves a nice ship over there. Barriers are in the way, but hey ho, safety first. Yeah, get a bit more in focus. Ooh. Nice bit of rope there. As rope shots go, that's pretty good. That's a good rope shot. Got to get one of the anchor. Let's go to let's open this wide open. Get that shutter speed up a touch. There we go. Wow, really got to do that shutter speed. Crazy. And with these last few shots, my time with the Sigma 28-45mm had come to an end. Now, let's see what I thought of it. Okay, so I think my time with the lens has just about come to an end. If I'd have had a bit more time. Now, first impressions are very good. Very much enjoyed my time with it. As limited as it, that's why they did it. That's why they did it. I gotcha. Not enough time to see what's going on. I see. But no, seriously, the f1.8 aperture was so useful. Oh, let me sit down here. The f1.8 aperture was so useful in the dark environment of the Gloucester Cathedral. The usage for this lens, I'm not sure. It's certainly not an everyday lens. It's still a weighty beast. I think it's 960 grams. I think it's something like that, just shy of a kilo anyway. I definitely aware of the lens. And then again, the SL2 doesn't exactly weigh nothing either. So yeah, it was quite a combination between the two of them. Yeah, the large aperture definitely helped out in the low light of the Cathedral. The macro capabilities were great. You know, 30 centimeter minimum focusing distance definitely came into play today. The internal focusing, the internal zoom made things a lot easier. There was no disruption of balance whatsoever. The manual zoom was actually very easy to use, very easy. In fact, I kind of enjoyed that a bit more than the actual autofocus itself. There were a few times I think I actually got sharper shots using the manual zoom than I did the autofocus. The focus breathing as well was incredibly minimal. So anybody who's looking to use this for videography, it's a great videography lens in general. Focusing between distances, you couldn't really see too much. In terms of focus stacking, I should imagine it'd be quite a good lens to use for focus stacking. I was stroking my beard then at that point. So that's about all I've got time for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It was very hastily done, very hastily put together, but I think I got something out of it. I definitely enjoyed using the lens a lot. It was a fun lens to use. There were a few times where I could have done with a bit more of a wide angle, but that was more down to what I was actually focusing on. You know, doing the architecture stuff. I could have done with just a little bit more, but that's not necessarily what this lens is for. But I did what I could. Had a good time doing it. Had a fun time making the video as well. I'm starting to go on now. If you did enjoy the video, make sure that you leave a like, because it really does help to boost it. And also subscribe if you haven't already. If you do want more information on the lens, make sure that you check out the link in the description. That'll give you even more details that I've probably not covered or forgotten about. And yeah, I'll be back for another video very soon. So hope you enjoyed it and take care. Bye. Still here.